Alright, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. Last time we took care of all the intermission. We went to Michelin Wonderland, had a good time, ran to Campanella, and yeah. Kia seems to be acting oddly. Maria Bell is acting a little strangely, and still no news about the progress on Crossbell's independence status. Except for the fact that, like, everyone's just laughing at us. Alright, so last time we kind of just, like, got these to be read so that we could end the part. So I'm actually going to take a look and see what these are. At the Crossbell News Service. The Crossbell News Service is planning on writing the Gorman's Guide to Crossbell. The article will detail various restaurants around the state. We could use some assistance putting it together and would appreciate your help if you have time. For more details, please speak with the receptionist at the front desk. They say the client is Crossbell News Service, but I get the feeling we know who it is. Let's see. Pursuing the counterfeit dealer. 2nd Division, Raymond. We could use you at Crossbell Station ASAP. Please help me catch a counterfeit dealer. That's it. Suspicious person investigation. My son seems to be up to something recently and hasn't said a thing to me about it. A few days ago, a suspicious man visited Armorica. I suspect he may be related to my son's schemes. Please investigate these matters for me. For the full details, please meet me in my home on the far end of town. This is, oh, Chief Tolta. Oof. Hopefully he's okay. And then Deserted Mine Monster Extermination. A dangerous monster, Megalobat, has been sighted in the deserted mine. We ask that the Special Support Section deal with this threat swiftly. Okay. So we have quite a bit to deal with. Okay, so we got a list of things to take care of. First off, it's in Kia's room. Everything okay?
Oh, hey guys. Is everything okay, Kia? You haven't been the same since you saw Shizuku yesterday. I'll be okay. Hey Lloyd, is it hard to fix Shizuku's eyes?
Yeah, I suppose so. Doesn't sound like the surgery was a complete failure. She did make some progress.
I guess so.
Hey Kido, I know it's tough, but you can't let it get you down forever, right? Last thing Shizuku wants is for you to be sad because of her.
He's right, Kia. Shizuku needs her best friend now more than ever. You have to smile for her and be there to encourage her. Yeah, you guys are right. I'm Shizuku's friend, so I have to cheer her up the next time I see her. Thanks, guys. I'm feeling a little better now. Oh yeah, I promised the others I'd play with them, so I should get going.
Oh, sure. Just be careful out there. Do you think she'll be fine? I can only hope so. Okay, it's about time we get going too. Oh, there's a bug. I don't know why I thought it was something else. Okay. That takes care of that. Oh yeah. Kitty. Let's go give him some food. Give him the turtle. Hit one. Our next stop is the restaurant in Central Square, where we can run into some friends. Oh, it's Tio and everyone else too. What's up, guys? Been a while. Hey, Chief Roberts and Jonah. Are you treating Jonah to lunch? Yes, I want Jonah to at least try to balance his diet for once in his life. He ate nothing but pizza while he was living at headquarters in Lehman State.
Yes, I recall.
I can see that he's hardly touched any of his veggies.
You're right, his plate is filled with nothing but peppers and carrots. Being a picky eater isn't good for you, Jonah. Don't treat me like a kid, I'll eat whatever I want. Coming to a restaurant like this to eat with a fork and knife is a total waste of my time. It's way easier to chow down on some pizza while I'm operating my terminal.
This can't be. You mean to say these scrumptious veggies don't suit your palate? Oh, this is all my fault. I only wanted you to eat something more nutritious. Ah, I know. I'll gather chefs from across Samaria to create the ultimate vegetable dish that even you'll love.
Could you cut it out already? This is why you're so freaking annoying. I'll just have to stop being picky, right? I'll do it. Just watch me. God, it's so bitter. Maybe changing him won't be that easy after all. If only. Oh, I just remembered. You guys found something out about that cloud guy who hacked the tower while you were in Michelin, didn't you?
Official police business, Jonah. We can't comment.
He's right. We did meet him at Michelin, but it'd be smarter to not involve Jonah. Damn, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Well, fine. He hasn't shown up on the OrbitalNet ever since the whole tower incident. I want to make him pay me back double for trashing my base. You hear any more details? Send them my way, okay? Well, we can't promise you anything. You're a stick in the mud. Just upload the info onto that terminal of yours and that'll be good enough. I'll hack into it later and take a look-see for myself.
You shitting me?
The IBC is supporting you now, so you should consider behaving yourself every once in a while. I would like you to keep a close eye on him, Chief. We cannot let him run rampant on the OrbitalNet now that some basic laws have gone into effect.
I know that, Tio. I'll take care of you, Jonah. I'll watch over you 24 hours a day like a hawk.
Come on, Tio, don't egg him on. You know what kind of hell you're putting me through? We should go, everyone.
Sure. Way to push your problems onto someone else, Tio. That's how it's done.
How annoying can the chief get? Spying on me 24 hours a day? I'll remember this, Tio. My work here is done. Let us be off. Tio sure knows how to keep him on a tight leash.
Do I feel bad? It's whatever. The newest edition of the Crossbell Times is in. I have barely any money. It's a sad day. Alright, back at the restaurant for a quick sec. There we go. Our work here is done. Over at the inn. Oh, hey.
SSS? Fancy meeting you here.
Hey, Reese, are you here for lunch?
Indeed. Now is my lunch break, so I came into town for something to eat. This restaurant's fried rice is delectable. Oh, Reese, you haven't lost your love for food. She's right, though. That does look good.
What about the plate count, though? Reese is going to put Shan through college at this rate. There's something strange about seeing a church sister in a place like Long Lao. What an odd combination.
Ellie does not seem to think that this is out of the ordinary for Reese at all. I'll return to the cathedral soon. Our doors are always open to you if you need the church's assistance.
Aww. I'm glad that they're happy. Alright, so we're at the library because there's another recipe we can get here. Might be it. Nope. Hello. Novus. Memoir appears to be a study of... Oh, is this the stuff that we got from Stargazers? Looks like Uncle Miles and the others are researching the books we were able to recover.
Yes, but it appears they haven't been able to learn anything new.
Oh, so that's... Alright, who's running the... Oh yeah, I just realized it was a... Okay... Here? There we go. Alright, we're done here. Strange. Oh, hey, Ilya. What are you doing up here, Ilya?
Oh, it's my favorite little guy and his friends. Did you come here to give us some encouraging words before the encore? Something like that. Were you looking in on how Sully and Rixia's rehearsal is going? You got it. I can get a great view from up here without them noticing. It's good to see they don't need me there to be giving it their all. They both remind me of myself when I first joined the troupe.
I guess even you were a rookie at some point. Kinda hard to imagine, ain't it? Feel free to tell us all about it. We've got the time.
Not that I mind, but I don't want to bore you kids to tears. We promise you won't. We'd love to hear about it. I remember all the papers mentioning how high expectations were for your debut. I had not realized you had captivated the city even before debuting. On that note, what made you pursue becoming an artist in the first place? A good question. I'd say it's because I watched Arkansas perform back when I was a little kid.
Oh, I get it. So you wanted to just be like them, is that it?
No, not exactly. It's true their productions were impressive even then because of their talented artists and elaborate sets. But there was something missing. At the end of their shows, I felt like there was something wrong, and I couldn't accept it.
What do you mean?
Everyone and their mothers would talk about how amazing Arkansas was. I was afraid there might be something wrong with me to think otherwise. There I was, little baby Ilya, thinking, come on, I could do better than that. Can you imagine? A total amateur like me thinking she could outshine Arkansas if she was only given a chance. Wow, so you were just as passionate even when you were little.
With an attitude like that, I could only imagine all the friends you made when you finally did make it into the troupe.
I won't deny it. I was a talentless and inexperienced amateur dancing on the toes of the real pros. But in my heart, I believed I could be the one to raise the bar. I told myself that if I let my performance do the talking, then eventually I'd earn their respect and win their heart.
Which made you who you are today.
Maybe. You boys and girls know by now that I'm a perfectionist. The catch is, I don't believe Arkansas has ever had a perfect show. That's why I went out and mined 2 diamonds in the rough, Rixia and Sully. With the 2 of them at my side, I believe we're oh so close to having the show I've dreamed of.
You, Ilya, are the most ambitious person I have ever met.
You're a testament to there being no genius better than hard work. In your case, Ilya, you're a genius who works hard. There's no one like you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, please. You don't have to flatter me in exchange for a boring story like that. I hope you guys can attend Golden Sun Silver Moon's encore sooner or later. Rixie and Sully are going to set the stage on fire with yours truly. It's going to be our greatest production yet.
We won't miss it. We'll look forward to you 3 putting on the show of your dreams, Ilya. Huh. That's kind of interesting that she was, like, pretty much like that since the beginning. Let's see how they're doing. I can't talk to them from down there. Look, Rixie and Sully on stage.
Is that Sully's Star Princess outfit?
It is beautiful. Yeah, but take a closer look at Suldier. Looks a little uncomfortable out there.
Wasn't that perfect, Avon? Ilya's gonna be floored by my skills.
I would say it was passing marks, yes, but...
That's all? How about you, Rixia? What do you think? Did I make a mistake somewhere? If I had to give you a word of advice, Sully, it would be to put a little more emotion into how you move. It's difficult to explain, but it helps if you picture yourself exactly as how you want the audience to see you. How I want to be seen? Could you be more specific?
Randy was right. She's struggling. We should probably leave them be.
I agree. This would be a bad time to interrupt.
Very much so.
I'm starting to get a little jealous. How about referring some customers to my place after they have a drink?
That would hardly be safe, and I find it hard to believe that you are not doing well for yourself.
Got me there.
They seem to get along well enough. They're both a little screwy, so it doesn't surprise me.
You say that as if you do not fit right in.
Avis knows so much about all sorts of things. I'm always learning something new when I'm around him. Vess left something weird in the mixer. Should I just ignore it? I could have helped him if he asked.
Nothing beats a cold brew in the afternoon. Sometimes you need an ale for what ails you.
Hazel and Ryan are always having fun making new cocktails, so I tried making one too. They say it'll look funky, so we can't sell it, but the ingredients are good for the body. Here, try it. Receive purple liquid. Thanks. Alright. How is it going?
Mama's out drinking. She'd been busy sorting inventory since early this morning. Mama says that having a drink is her reward.
Okay. Let's see. That'd be nice. I don't have any catfish, though. Shield breaker. Is that a weapon? Why would I... No, it's a quartz. Why would I give up my quartz? Shroud. Ugh. Jeez. You ask for a lot. Alright, final one of the last stops here in Crossbow.
Hello, SSS. If you're looking for acting CEO Miss Croy, she's currently on a business trip abroad.
Acting CEO?
That's right. The board of directors took over most of her father's duties as CEO, and Belle was named the acting CEO shortly after. For the time being, that makes her the head of the IBC.
Damn, that's really impressive considering her age.
Hardly surprising, however, knowing Belle. I think it's crazy no matter how you slice it.
Her workload must be much heavier than it was before, right?
Yes, that would be correct. Fortunately, the board of directors is doing everything it can to support her and lift some of the burden. Now that she's the acting CEO, her duties are bringing her to all manner of places.
Yeah, they must. I can't imagine how busy Maria Belle has been these past last few weeks.
Miss Croy should be returning this evening. However, her schedule has her right back to work tomorrow with several business meetings and consultations with various departments. I'm terribly sorry. I don't think you'll be seeing her for the time being. Oh, Miss Croy did leave this message for you.
Oh, we got her account info for Palm Party. Maria Bell plays too.
Oh, surprised? As one in charge of the technology department, of course I'd have an interest.
That's exactly how it reads.
Does it now?
Something tells me she wrote it especially for Lloyd. Even got his exact reaction.
Yes, you're undoubtedly correct. I would not put it past Belle. It's just as Miss McDowell says.
She really is a big deal, isn't she? And that impression of her was spot on.
I may have been laying it on a tad thick. Regardless, that was her message. Miss Croy is never far from an orbital terminal. You may challenge her whenever you like.
I'll think about it. Let's see. I have 600. I don't have a lot of Mira at all. That'll change once I start doing quests. But still. So we're in Belgard right now. We're looking for a certain someone. See if I can find her. Here she is. Azadang and Warrant Officer Muriel. Working hard or hardly working?
You did that on purpose. Didn't I tell you the other day that I was promoted to second lieutenant? Honestly, Randy. Ignore him. Congratulations on your promotion. Thank you, Sergeant Major. It feels nice to be promoted, but it also means I'm going to be saddled with more responsibilities, too. I'll just have to buckle down and work even harder.
Dang, like you aren't walking around with a stun halberd up your butt already. You're going to scare away all the fellas if you keep that up. You should get a boyfriend to chill you out.
I don't remember asking for the opinion of an idiot, Randy. Promotion or not, some things are never going to change.
By the way, where's that gift I bought you for your promotion? Are you going to wear it? You know, that thing I picked up for you at Michelin. Oh, that's right. You were looking at brooches while you were there.
You should know I can't wear something like that while I'm in uniform. I'm a ranking officer of the CGF. It's too flashy, so I keep it, I put it away as it keeps it. I stuffed it away somewhere out of sight because I couldn't stand to look at it. That's right, I think I threw it into the back of my desk or something.
You're blushing, Muriel.
Cute. Anyway, now that I've been promoted, I'm going to devote myself to the CGF more than ever before. I'll have to if I want to make myself a little, even a little useful to the commander.
Cute. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, so we're at the police department. First off, let's hand over the fragments. Doobie-doobie-doo. Page 1 of Information Terminal 2 on Gnosis decrypted. Page 2 is decrypted. Sweet. Okay, and then we want to show the combat notebook. We've been doing okay. 500 Mira. Not good enough. Jeez. That is nothing. Alright, whatever. Anyway, there's a hidden quest. Talk to the jerkface.
Margaret, how could you do this to me? You never had eyes for other men before. What changed? I have to do something before I lose her for good. I must.
It's Vice Commissioner Pierre. Rare to see him on the first floor.
It looks like something's troubling him. The SSS? How long have you all been standing there?
How much did you hear? Nothing specific, but I think I got an idea or two.
You said something about a Margaret having eyes for other men.
Could that be the name of your favorite hostess, Vice Commissioner?
How dare you! You watch your mouth, Hemisphere! Margaret is the name of my missus. Mrs.?
You mean your wife?
Yes, you fool! I know I lost my wedding ring once, but ever since I was passed over for the role of commissioner, she's been nagging me like never before. Wait, what am I doing telling you all this?
That's right, the Vice Commissioner came off as pretty whipped when he lost his ring. It's been months, but it sounds like his latest predicament stems from that.
Fine, I have no other choice. Beggars can't be choosers at times like these. Look alive, SSS. I'm giving you a top secret request, straight from the Vice Commissioner. Top secret? What are you talking about? I'll be frank. I would like you to investigate my wife.
You want us to investigate your old lady?
Would using your post to investigate personal matters not be against department policy? You let me worry about department policy. Time is of the essence here. Call it a formal support request or whatever. It is you kids do if... Or whatever it is you kids do if it makes you feel better. How does that sound?
I guess we could. What should we do? Help him out. Okay, you clearly need a hand, so we'll help you out. Can you start over from the beginning?
You'll really help me? Good. I'll tell you everything you need to know, but not here. Follow me up to my office. We can discuss the details there.
Your wife has been seeing a host?
That's right. As I understand it, she's been going to several such clubs lately. However, there's one host in particular she's been meeting with in secret. Are you sure this man is a host? Right, shouldn't you be more trusting of your wife? I know that, but I decided to risk my life to find out for sure. I found the evidence in her purse. She had an appointment scheduled for today with a man named Clyde. What kind of man has a name like that? It's a stage name. He has to be a host. I would not call that irrefutable, but I cannot say he is wrong either.
Dude is more desperate than I was expecting him to be. So you think she is seeing a host named Clyde? Sorry to tell you, but I've never heard of such a host, and believe me, I'd know.
What?
Seriously, Wazy? You meet people in this business. I generally know the names of all the other hosts that work at the clubs in the entertainment district. I can't rule out that he's a newbie that I've never heard of, though.
Wait just a moment. Why exactly would you be so knowledgeable about this, Hemisphere? Don't tell me that you, the newest member of the SSS, are...
A host? Why, yes.
What? You're a member of the police force. Think what people would say if they found out what you were doing off duty.
Please try to calm down, Vice Commissioner. What matters right now is that we try to find out the truth from your wife herself.
That's right. And trust us, we've tried to lecture Wazy about the same thing several times, but there's no getting through to him.
I have no idea about what you're talking about.
You said you looked in your wife's purse, right? Not that I'm condoning that, but was there anything in there that could kickstart our investigation? Let me think. Now I remember. There was also a location written in her appointment book. She's been visiting the restaurant in Central Square in the afternoon very often. The restaurant in Central Square? Vincep? However, if this man truly is a host, would it not be strange for her to be meeting him in broad daylight?
Not necessarily. A secret little rendezvous while her husband is at work. It's not as uncommon as you may think. Plenty of hosts have regular customers they only meet during the day. Then I'm right, aren't I? Settle down, and please stop making this harder than it needs to be, Wazy. Whoops. Ahem. I think we understand the situation now. Would you mind stepping back and entrusting the investigation to us, Vice Commissioner? Fine. Do whatever it is you have to do. Just get to the bottom of this. But discreetly. Am I clear? Understood. We'll get right on it. Man, I can't believe we agreed to do this.
To be fair, the Vice Commissioner did seem genuinely concerned about his wife. I think it's worth investigating until we see the truth of the matter for ourselves. If we have to. So, where should we begin?
Let's try the restaurant in Central Square first. If his wife has been there with the supposed host often, we may be able to get information from the staff at least. That sounds like a good place to start as any. Shall we be off? Why is he so into this? Personal matter. Look. Oh, is that his wife? Huh. You have a keen eye, Margaret. Forgive me if I'm being out of line, but you truly are wasted on your husband.
You always have such a way with words, Clyde. That's the Vice Commissioner's wife and the man we were told about.
So this is Clyde. He doesn't look like any host I've ever met before. Let's grab a nearby table and avoid doing anything to arouse their suspicion. We may be able to learn something.
Understood. We should try splitting up and sitting at different tables then.
I was going to say, Lloyd, you might want to steer clear with your CPD jacket and everything.
Oh yes, I saw that, this pamphlet the other day. I fell in love immediately upon seeing those photos.
Huh, did you now? Perhaps we can go visit together then. If you'd like, I could even arrange a hotel for you.
Actually, there's no need. I already went. I enjoyed the scenery and had a very little to complain about.
That's wonderful. That certainly simplifies things. So about that reservation. They do seem comfortable around each other.
It sounds like they're planning a trip to Michelin together? Still, something seems off.
The guy actually sounds like a bit of a kiss-ass.
We don't have any decisive evidence yet.
Let's keep listening in on their conversation. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, I'll see you at the club later, correct?
At Nuit Blanc in the entertainment district. I'll meet you there. I'll bring what you've been looking forward to, ma'am.
I'll be waiting.
I guess the date is over.
What should we do, Lloyd? We have yet to gain anything concrete.
Let's keep shadowing them. Randy, Wazy, and I will follow Clyde. LETO, Noel, you three follow Margaret. Make sure you're not spotted.
Understood.
Let's blow this joint. Things are heating up nicely. Sorry to keep you waiting, Clyde. I brought what we discussed. Thank you very much. So how did things go? Well, she's quite interested. We'll be closing later at Nuit Blanc. Huh, that's good to hear. Well, it's almost time for the next cruise ship to leave. I'll head back to Michelin and make sure everything's in order. It's all up to you now, Clyde. You close this contract and you're going to be top agent this month for sure. I won't let you down, sir. Top agent?
Interesting.
Okay, let's do this. He's got his own orbital car. Well, learn anything yet? Clyde's looking pretty fired up, ain't he? And from the sound of it, he's going to be meeting the Vice Commissioner's wife at Nuit Blanc. What should we do now? We got what we needed, so we don't need to keep tailing him, do we? No, let's contact Ellie and the others. We should regroup at Police HQ for now. I think we have enough to pinpoint just who this Clyde person is. He's some kind of agent. Real estate, maybe? After Lloyd contacted Ellie and the others while they were tailing the Vice Commissioner's wife, they decided to meet at the police department and sort through the information for Vice Commissioner Pierre.
Well, how did the investigation go? Has my wife been having an affair with a host?
Please calm down, Vice Commissioner. Before that, how did following Miss Margaret go, Ellie?
Well, we watched her as closely as we could, but we didn't notice anything strange. She eventually went back home in the residential district, and she didn't meet anyone else on the way there. However, she does plan to meet this Clyde person at Nuit Blanc later. What? What is this? What does he think he's doing taking my wife to a place like that? So be it. I'll put together an entire SWAT team and storm Nuit Blanc.
I told you to calm down, Vice Commissioner. Last thing you want to do is send armed officers there. You know, considering who owns this, the place.
Well then, what am I supposed to do? Every second we waste here, that host gets closer to sinking his libidinous fangs into my Margaret.
I don't think you have to worry about that. At least, not as far as this host is concerned. One sec.
What do you mean?
Wazy was right all along. We don't think this Clyde person is a host at all.
Pardon me? If he isn't a host, then who is he?
A host, a con artist, a salesman. From what we can tell, Clyde is most likely a salesman.
A salesman?
Going by his speech pattern, yeah, the guy sounded like he was out to sell something, but it wasn't his body or time. That's not all, though. There's more that suggests he's not a host. Gentlemen such as myself work to give lonely mademoiselles a reprieve from their mundane lives for a short time. A top-class host politely escorts his lady, but he would never be more humble than necessary. We're not there to grovel. I wouldn't put it quite the way Wazy did, but my conclusion is more or less the same. From what I could tell, Clyde and your wife didn't look like people that were having an affair at all. If pushed, I would say they came off more as buyer and seller. That's the impression I got anyway. Given that they've met several times now, I would guess they've been negotiating a business deal of some kind.
Even if this is all true, then what in the world is he coercing my wife to buy?
Well, if we're continuing with the theory that he's a salesman, I think we can figure that one out too. Clyde was most likely trying to sell jewelry, real estate, stocks and bonds. Real estate.
So he's a real estate agent? Now that you mention it, Michelin came up during their conversation at Vincept. At first I thought it was about a vacation, but that pamphlet stuck out to me.
It may have been a pamphlet about top-scale properties for sale in Michelin. And after we tailed him to the Harbor District, Clyde received something from a man in a suit. That's right. I get the sense from their relationship that it was his boss. He may have been delivering him something like a contract to be signed. If we piece all of this together, Clyde is a real estate agent who's been in negotiations with your wife to sell property. Miss Margaret has been receptive and even went to Michelin to scope the property out because negotiations had been going well. If all this is the case, it would explain why she's been meeting with this man so often. Hey, yeah, it's all starting to fit into place. And today they entered their final negotiations. The contract is likely going to be signed today at Nuit Blanc.
Yes, it's starting to make sense. Wait just a second. That would mean Margaret is trying to buy property in Michelin without even consulting me, wouldn't it? I'm not made of money. How much do you think a vice commissioner makes? Where does she expect to get that kind of mirror? Could she have taken out a loan? That is a possibility. He may have even convinced her to take out a large one. You have got to be kidding me. I know what I have to do. I'm going to storm into Nuit Blanc myself. I'm not going to let this shark swindle my wife right underneath my nose. I'll give this Clyde fellow a piece of my mind and drag Margaret out of there if it's the last thing I do. He seems to have broken his leash. It's like we accidentally flipped some kind of switch inside of him. I'll tell you what. We're already here, so why don't we go there to lend you a hand? It wouldn't be wise to charge into Nuit Blanc all by your lonesome, would it? I can't argue with that, but is that really why you want to go? Wheezy, you have a real penchant for causing drama, you know. I haven't the slightest clue what you mean. I do. Regardless, if we don't go to hold him back, then who will? Yeah, we don't got much choice. I think I can get us into Nuit Blanc at least. My old pal Zach is probably bouncing at the door right about now. What the devils are you all mumbling about over there? I'm headed for Nuit Blanc, and you're coming with me. That's final. Yes, sir. Oh, great. And that's what's up. Think you can let us in, Zax? And keep this top secret from Shirley and Uncle Sigmund, obviously. Right when I was thinking it'd been a while since you last showed up, here you are running errands. Huh, you've lost your touch just like the young miss said, huh, Captain Randolph? Stop calling me that. I think this is the same Jaeger we saw in front of Crimson & Co. before. Huh, I'll help you out just this once. Think of it as a little favor. Don't cause any problems inside, got it? I won't say a peep to the young miss or the vice leader either. That good? Yeah. We're good to go. Looks like they haven't arrived yet, so we'd better get inside if we're going to ambush them. Think I'll sit this one out, though. That's fine. We should keep a lower profile anyway. I'm going in one way or another. You all decide amongst yourselves who else will be joining me. What's gotten into him? We should see this through to the end now that we've come this far. I've been looking forward to this since we took his request. The Vice Commissioner, Lloyd, and myself should be plenty fine, yes? Yeah, that should work. The rest of us will remain on standby. You can contact us with your enigma if you need backup. Got it. Okay, you two, let's head inside. That's right, let's go. The nerve has left him. Alright, so what's going to happen? Why are we hiding? Once your wife and that man enter the club, we've requested they be seated at the table right there. Okay, that'll do. If he's some corrupt real estate agent, I'll see to his arrest myself. This is getting interesting. Okay, there they are. Excuse me, I have a reservation for 200 Clyde. Right this way, sir. This is one fancy club. Is this your first time coming here, Margaret? I would think you've seen everything Crosswell has to offer with your husband being so high up in the police. Oh, please, that's a riot. He may be the vice commissioner, but his salary is peanuts. He'd much rather drink the night away with a hostess in a dingy bar than take me out to a nice restaurant. My apologies, then. Maybe only noon, but allow me to kickstart the proceedings by buying you a drink. I'd be happy to accept.
Don't worry, Vice Commissioner.
Quiet, you. I don't need you telling me what to do. So what if this club is beyond my salary? A dingy bar does suit me better. What's wrong with that?
Nothing besides your overwhelming inferiority complex. Bringing you with us was a mistake. Shall we get down to business, then? Clyde retrieved what appeared to be a contract from his briefcase. As you requested, the contract for the villa in Michelin's residential area. Sign your name on the dotted line and it's all yours.
I've been waiting for this moment. I'd love to sign.
We were right. It's a contract for a property in Michelin. What's the plan? We still haven't learned whether or not this deal is on the up and up.
Stay away from my wife.
What?
Pierre?
Oh no. Will go well.
What are you doing here? Cancel the deal at once, Margaret. This corrupt realtor is tricking you.
I beg your pardon? Hold on just a moment. Corrupt? I haven't done anything wrong.
Funny joke, comedy man. You can't fool me. Pierre, you're whining and dining with my wife, buttering her up into taking some kind of ridiculous loan out on this property, aren't you? Pierre, it'll be a cold day in Gehenna before you force that on us. Pierre. Stay silent, woman. As the CPD's vice commissioner,
Oof.
I'm sorry, Snookums.
That was the quickest surrender I've ever seen. Did you hear that whip crack? You go, Margaret.
Goddess, how do I put up with you? You're supposed to be a vice commissioner. How could you so blindly jump to the wrong conclusion and treat him like a criminal? Have you no shame? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Hold on. This is all a misunderstanding?
Wait, it is? Now I'm hooked. Go on, Margaret. Spill the tea and don't spare any details.
Very well. First, Clyde here is a respectable realtor who deals with luxury properties. Your assessment was wrong to begin with. He's not corrupt at all. But if that's true, then we definitely can't afford a property like that. About that, I actually make an enormous profit from the stocks I was trading recently. It was several times your salary. Stocks? To be honest, my patience has reached its limit. You earned your position solely through connections and luck. You're a pitiful man who does nothing at home. Maybe it's because you don't want to be at home with me, but your late-night drinking binges are straining our finances. Oh. You were in a much better mood when you thought you'd become the next commissioner after the old one was dismissed. And then the other vice commissioner was chosen over you. Your depression has made you moan and complain incessantly ever since.
Isn't that a little harsh, ma'am?
I honestly don't think I can live with you anymore. This is why I've discussed using my earnings to purchase a home to live separately. The plan was to separate from you before eventually filing for a divorce.
There it is. Now it's getting good. Were you born without the ability to feel compassion? Wait, did you say was?
I did. You organized all of this because you were afraid of losing me, didn't you? You had been so afraid of me that you had been avoiding coming home. I'm impressed that you went through with all of this. So tonight, I want you to come home so that we can sit down and talk through this together. Margaret! There you have it, Clyde. I'll have to put this purchase on hold.
This can't be, Margaret. We were so close.
It's not like I've canceled the deal entirely. It was wrong of me to negotiate alone. I look forward to discussing this again in the future. We may not be separating, but I'm still interested in this property. I'm sure I'll purchase it eventually.
I would have liked to close the deal today, but I can't force you to sign a contract. I'll excuse myself then. Wow, that nearly went ugly fast. Turns out Clyde wasn't guilty of anything in the end. I feel bad for tailing and suspecting him. Who cares about his feelings? We've solved the case between the Vice Commissioner and his wife. That's what counts. I should be going too, Pierre. I will see you tonight. We have plenty to discuss, so come straight home after work. Understood? Yes, Snookums. And so he dons the leash yet again. Wow. Ahem. Excellent work today, SSS. We're glad that everything worked out in the end. It's a relief to see your wife wasn't being conned. So you say, but I'm still going to be paying for a second mortgage after all. Thank the goddess we're not getting a divorce. But I suppose we can use the new place on the weekends. Margaret seemed taken by it at least. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta give in and let the lady have what she wants. Besides, the funds can come from her stock market earnings. Which is a whole different can of worms. How could I ever have... This has all been a reminder of just how much more capable she is than me. You reap what you sow. Be that as it may, as long as I'm still a married man at the end of the day, I should be grateful. You have my thanks, SSS. Anytime, Vice Commissioner. You can always count on us. We'll show ourselves out now. Oh boy. I don't even know what to say to that.